that we use. It won't just be like computers and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, Nick. All right. Yeah, so Nick made a very good point. It is not just computers. It is things that we use. Good
Big
job.
boy brain.
Anyone else want to tell me a little bit about technology? Angelina?
Powered by battery and electricity.
All right, so things that are powered by battery and electricity. All right, one more. Wyatt?
Air washing. Pressure washing.
Okay, take all your mouth because I cannot hear you say that.
Pressure washing.
Pressure washing? All right. All right, so like I said, we are going to learn about technology. So our essential question is, what is technology? All right, so go ahead and turn to the next page. We're just reading for right now. At the end, we're going to work on some questions. But I made some questions I would like to work on with you. All right, so yes, you can go if you want to. You can definitely highlight. You're more than welcome to. All right, there should be no more talking. You need to listen. So we're listening and following along.
Tools rule.
No.
Look in your desk. Do you see pens and pencils, scissors, a ruler? All of these things are tools. Active reading. As you read these 2 pages, put brackets around the sentences that describe the problem. Underline the sentences that describe the solution. Planting a vegetable garden, you'll need a shovel, a rake, and a spade. All these items are tools. A tool is anything that helps people shape, build, or produce things to meet their needs. Your family's toolbox probably contains a hammer and screwdrivers. Construction workers have similar tools that do the same jobs, only on a larger scale. Instead of hammering nails by hand, construction workers use tools that quickly drive nails into wood with the push of a button. Their tools are sized and powered differently to meet different needs. A bulldozer and a shovel serve the same purpose. However, because of a bulldozer's size, it can move huge amounts of material much more quickly than a shovel can. Graphic.
Some tools are designed to do one task. You use a pen to write a note to a friend. You keep your science notes organized in a notebook. You talk to your grandmother on the phone. What if you had one tool that could do all these tasks? A smartphone is a tool that can help you send a message, organize information, and talk to people. A smartphone, like all tools, is an example of technology. Technology is any designed system, product, or process that people use to solve problems. Technology doesn't have to be complex. The pencil you write with and the cell phone you text with are both technology. Technology changes as the needs of people change. Problem solved. Fill in the chart to show problems and their solutions. In the last row, make up your own problem and identify the tool that helps solve it. Problem. Collect and save rainwater for later use. Tool that solves it. Problem. Tool that solves it. Multiplication table. Suppose you are building a birdhouse. How will you make each side straight? How will you cut through wire? How will you secure the nuts and bolts? Tools can help you solve these problems. Level. Socket wrench.
All right. So go ahead and turn to the next page.
What is technology? Vending machines, televisions, and video games are examples of technology products you know. But there are more. Technology is all around you. Active reading. As you read this page, underline technology products. On the next page, circle the paragraph that describes examples of a technology process. You've learned that technology is any designed system, product, or process. A technology product is anything designed to meet a need or desire. Some people think that electronics are the only type of technology product. However, most technology products do not use electricity. This book, the desk it is on, and the backpack you use to take it home are all technology products.
What?
Your bike and the sidewalk you ride it on are technology products too. Technology products can be very large or very small. They can be a single thing, like a stone brick, or made of many things put together. Some technology products, such as medicine, are made to keep us healthy. Others, such as construction tools, are made to shape the world around us. We also invent technology products just to have fun. A video game is the end product of a technology process. Programming a video game involves technology you can't hold in the palm of your hand. Circle 3 examples of technology in this photo. The way a product is made is also a form of technology. A technology process is a series of steps used to achieve a goal or make a product. The steps in a technology process are like the steps in a scientific investigation. They are carefully designed for doing something a certain way. Many things you do are a technology process. You follow a series of steps to make gelatin dessert, tie your shoelaces, and add music to your MP3 player. If you have ever played baseball, you are familiar with its rules. The rules of a game are a technology process. Play ball. The ballpark, scoreboard, rules, and baseball equipment are all examples of technology. How can technology help deliver the game's events to people who aren't at the ballpark? Safety gear and clothing are types of technology that help baseball players perform. The bleachers and the backstop are types of technology that let spectators watch safely.
Go ahead, check the next page.
Technological systems. The next time you ride in a car, look at how many parts it has. It took many tools and hundreds of steps to produce this technology. Active reading. As you read this page, underline the sentence that describes what makes a designed system. Groups of things that work together to achieve a goal make up a system. Tools, parts, and processes that work together form a designed system. Designed systems help us travel and ship goods. They help us communicate and grow our foods. You are part of many design systems. Whether you ride the bus or walk to school, you are part of the transportation system. This system is made up of the sidewalks, roads, and traffic signs. It also includes the cars, buses, planes, and trains that move people and materials from place to place. Design systems help us shape the world around us. When you ride around your town, you might see cars, roadways, buildings, or farm fields. All these things make up the designed world. The designed world is the part of your community that is designed and built by people. Many designed systems work together in the designed world. For example, the agricultural system produces the food that we need. Ships, trains, and trucks in the transportation system carry food where it is needed. In this factory, there are tools, robots, computers, and people. They all make up a system.
Parts of a designed system. Part. Goal. What the system aims to do. Input. What is put into the system to meet the goal. Processes. Describe how the goal is to be achieved. Output. The end product. Feedback. Information that tells whether or not the output is successful. Example. Rail transportation system. Goal. To move cargo and passengers safely from place to place. Inputs. Fuel for the train, cargo, and people to ride the train. Processes. Train tracks and departure and arrival schedule. Output. Safe and timely delivery of people and cargo. Feedback. Records of whether trains left and arrived on time. Tech systems. What do you think would be the goal of a farming system? A water irrigation system is a tool that helps farmers grow crops. It includes water, hoses, and pipes. It also includes the people who run the system and fix it when it breaks down. A railroad system includes trains, rails, and safety signals at road crossings. The system also has parts you can't see. Radio signals keep track of where trains are. The signals raise and lower crossing arms too.
Alright. Go ahead and turn to the next page.
How many pages are there?
This one has quite a few, but it's alright. We're gonna get through it.
The good
And then
and
we're
the
gonna do
bad.
activity.
A light bulb that can save you $100 a year? What's the catch? Active reading. As you read this page, draw a box around the main idea. Technology is constantly changing. Anyone can invent or improve a technology product or process. It takes new ideas and knowledge for technology to change. The goal of any new technology is to better meet people's needs. However, new technology can also bring new risks. Changes in technology often involve making things safer, quicker, easier, or cheaper. For example, people once used candles and lanterns to light their homes. These things helped people see at night, but they could also cause fires. Electricity and incandescent light bulbs help solve this problem, but this technology also has its risks. We burn coal to generate electricity. When coal burns, harmful ash and gases are produced. The potential harm these substances can cause leads to negative feedback. Such feedback helps people think of ways to improve technology. Compact fluorescent lights, CFL, and light-emitting diodes, LED, use less energy than incandescent bulbs. However, CFLs contain mercury, which can be hazardous if the bulbs break open, and LEDs are more expensive than regular light bulbs.
Sometimes the problems with technology are caused by the way people use technology. For instance, pesticides are helpful technology products. They are used to protect people, crops, and farm animals from harmful organisms. However, when used incorrectly, they can contaminate the soil, the water, and the air. Living things exposed to pesticides by accident can get sick and die. Do the math. Interpret a table. Use the data in the table to answer the questions below. Light bulb cost comparisons. Cost of bulb. 60 watt equivalent CFL, $3. 60 watt equivalent eco incandescent, $1.50. Bulb light. 60 watt equivalent CFL, 2,500 days, about 7 years. 60 watt equivalent eco incandescent, 500 days, about 1.4 years. Energy cost per year. 60 watt equivalent CFL, $2.40. 60 watt equivalent eco incandescent, $7. Total cost over 7 years. 60 watt equivalent CFL, $19.80. 60 watt equivalent eco incandescent, $56.50. 1. How much more is the total cost of incandescent bulbs than a CFL? 2. How much would your yearly energy cost be if you had 20 CFL bulbs in your home? 3. Which bulb lasts longer? Airplanes can transport a lot of people at one time. However, they burn a lot of fuel and release pollution into the atmosphere. Engineers redesign airplanes to improve their performance.
Alright, last page, guys. What? So a pro is like things that benefit it, and then a con are things that are like against it. So, let's see.
The pros of playing
Yeah, like pros are good things, you know, something that are good for it, and then con would be something that it is bad. So pros are good things and cons are bad things. I was trying to think of an example.
the pros of playing games are easy to learn from them. The cons about playing games is your eyes can see pretty bad.
Yeah, so that's a good one. So like a pro for playing games, it's fun, it's enjoyable. A con would be that it's bad for your eyes. It can be bad for your eyes. All right, so this is the last page, and then we're going to work on group work together.
Why it matters. Out with the old. Computers, cell phones, and flat-screen TVs are fun and useful. But like all technology, electronic gadgets have drawbacks. Electronic technology seems to change at the blink of an eye. New electronic devices rapidly replace old ones. People benefit from new or improved electronic devices, but they also bring new problems. Not long ago, most televisions and computer monitors were large, bulky things. New technology has made these large devices a thing of the past. They have been replaced by thin, lightweight flat screens. But what do we do with old electronics? Some are taken apart and recycled. However, like the devices shown on this page, most end up in landfills. At landfills, electronics may release harmful chemicals into the environment. Many electronic devices contain lead. Lead can be harmful to people and other organisms in the environment. Electronics are helpful communication, work, and entertainment tools. They can also be a distraction. Some people spend a lot of time playing video games or on the internet. They send text messages or listen to MP3 players while they are with other people. Some might even operate electronics while driving and cause a safety hazard for themselves and others. People can solve these problems. They can set limits on computer and game time. They can put the phone away and pay attention to people and driving. These are ways to be responsible with technology. On the chart below, fill in the pros and cons of each electronic technology. Some examples have been provided for you. Television. Pros. Can be educational, can provide breaking news quickly. Cons. Smartphones. Pros. Cons. Can take time away from doing other activities or being social. Can cause drivers to be a hazard. Video games. Pros. Fun. Can be social when played with others. Cons.
Alrighty, so
There are no cons because they're really fun.
there are some cons. Alright. So let me go ahead and exit out. So we are going to work in our group. Nope, not on the sum it up page. That is going to be tomorrow. No, we're not done. We're gonna work on a group thing together. Or not together, but you're gonna work in your group. And we're gonna answer some questions about technology. I want you all to have a discussion, and then we're gonna come together, and you're going to tell us what your group came up with.
Do we need this?
Well, you might want it to help answer these questions.
Maybe.
It's always good to keep it. All right, so I went ahead and put. So of course you're already in your groups. If I did spell your name wrong, I do apologize. It was a quick.
Wait, who's in my
Oh, it's O
All right.
and Y.
Well, it's the group that you're sitting with.
It's O and Y.
I do apologize. I didn't have the list of names in front of me. I was just trying to write it down quickly. All right. So
I cannot see my name.
these are.
Alexis,
So, yeah, you're with your group. All right, so these are the questions I want you to go over. So, what are some additional things that technology has enabled phones to do? So, Melanie and Max, that is what your group's going to discuss. So, Kiara, Wyatt, and Nick, of course, are in a group. You're going to say, what are some technological products in our classroom that students from 100 years ago would recognize? So, you're thinking about students from 100. Yeah.
100 years ago.
There are quite a few things that students would recognize. And then Bella, Kaylee, and Angelina, that is also your question. What are some technological products in our classroom that a student from 100 years ago would recognize? Remember what Nick said. Also remember what we just learned about. Technology is not just electronics, guys. It's things that help us. It's things that.
I know what it is.
So.
Oh, I know. A window.
And then last would be, how does technology make the world a smaller place?
You guys are lucky.
That is Liam, Onyx, and Cameron and Alexis, and then also Adonia, Christian, and Carson. So you're gonna go ahead and discuss this in your group. Yeah, how does make the world a smaller place?
No.
So what that means is just kind of put your world together.
Would recognize
Think about
an American
that.
flag. I mean, people use posters. An American flag is
Think about what technology
I
is.
remember
If
one
you were
20 years
to
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't have a
I don't know what
whiteboard.
it was too, like,
Everyone needs to be like.
No, it was horrible.
On my
Evil run your
So I want you to go ahead and discuss, and then I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes, and then we're gonna come together and you're gonna tell me what your group came up with.
Like what do we use? What technology?
So if you want, you can do a piece. All right, class.
Yeah.
All right, if you want, you can get a piece of paper and kind of like write your answer. If you want to have someone to record it, that way whenever I call you together,
Done.
I really need like one person, whoever's gonna record it. That way whenever I call you together, we're gonna discuss it.
Oh my gosh. Only gonna need one paper.
So that way whenever we get together and discuss it, you can give me the answer and tell me what your group came up with. I am gonna walk around and help guide you, but I want
Posters.
now you can't have someone going.
There's no way it's different. 100 years ago, it's gonna be. What? But we're not even 100 years old. No kids from 100 years old are gonna
If everyone wants to do it, everyone can do it. But there has to be a discussion. We can't all have one answer. I want to say answer for everybody.
My dad was born 100 years ago, right? What technology would be taken 100 years ago? I mean, he's got a point. Paper, pencil.
Alright, I'm going to give you 10 minutes.
I gotta drink it to answer this question. Okay, yeah, but we already literally got 15 dollars. Pencil and paper. A basket. Do we have a basket?
So, what's the main
Alright, trying to get more ideas. Don't drink smart water from a day ago.
What do we first want?
I already wrote that down. Oh yeah, there's also the alphabet.
There's so much more that they can do.
Share. I got a lot. You don't need that many pieces of paper, dude. Just grab one sheet of paper. The one that you put down. Wait, what are yours? Oh yeah, they'll definitely recognize Windows. Like I'm not wrong.
Yeah, definitely not the green stuff. Just not right. No, just right.
And don't put me iPad and phone.
The windows, because we don't have any of those in the classroom.
Doors. And someone from 100 years ago wouldn't recognize a computer. Or an iPad or a phone.
The whole entire classroom.
Then I only got one TV, or I only got four.
The portal.
Lights.
I wrote down. No.
They
They
don't
wouldn't
have
recognize things. They wouldn't recognize things like we're too advanced.
I didn't write down papers.
You're all stuck.
So I got alphabet. All I got is a pencil, paper, alphabet, and just gonna
Think about what.
I didn't do paper, so that's why.
So think about how the, so for example, are you able to talk to somebody?
Okay.
No, but let's say, but you can.
Water bottles.
If you wanted to, if you could.
Water.
The book.
I don't think anyone would
How
recognize.
can you do it? Tell me how you do it.
No way I eat in the dip.
A phone.
that
So
would
just a
happen.
phone. What's another thing I can use?
No, we're not writing down
So
every.
like that, if you want to talk to someone from across the world, you have to take a dip, travel for like 6 months.
AC?
You know, and then go talk.
Did they have AC
Is that just going to have a conversation?
The trash can. The trash can.
Oh yeah, the trash can. I mean, he's not wrong. He's got a point. A picture.
How do we do that?
I mean that picture of the bear.
What? Picture of a bear? Where? Then I'm
It was
about
recognize the bear.
both like a lion and a bear. Just grab.
JK. Don't grab.
The lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already put lights.
The math part. These math are
I know. Say, you want to go say, like, Germany, hi.
Definitely gonna recognize
You had to travel 6 months, right? Hi. Travel 6
I
months
mean,
back.
we could do that. Definitely not.
How's Germany? What's up over there?
Go back.
The American flag.
Alright, so
Found one. No, the American flag was definitely made 100 years.
Wait, that would mean she's telling us to write about somebody in 1920.
accurate.
Pics. Yeah, because 100 years ago.
I don't know, 100 years ago, just 19.
Yeah.
No, they'd be exactly 100 years.
Are pics pictures?
They'd be exactly 100 years. So yeah.
Oh,
We got a lot of
I said Nimitz was 1920 to 18. It was, yeah, there is. Like 16, 20, 17, 20, 18, 19, 20, and now 2020. When is it gonna stop? 100 years later.
That makes no sense though.
Alright guys, I got 5 more minutes, yes.
That would make sense.
I need water bottles.
They probably cups.
Did they even have sewer water 100 years ago?
No, they do not have purified water.
They probably got.
Don't drink that. That's purified. It's bad for you.
Oh, I know.
To pour water. What does that say?
You know why pouring water is bad for you?
Why?
It's purified and all the minerals
Wait, I already
are
wrote
cooked
that.
out, and all the minerals are all the good stuff. So good for you. So all of the stuff that's actually good for you is taken out, and you technically drink it. No, but you're drinking something. What?
I got 2 water bottles, and both of them are purified.
Oh, water? You're drinking something, but you also
Electrolytes.
drinking nothing.
Electrolytes. This is water. What do you mean?
I found another one.
They probably
Nothing beats Gatorade.
they probably added a little bit of
Nothing beats Gatorade.
a chalkboard.
You know,
water is
chalkboard,
not
and that's back there. But we don't have chalkboard.
No.
That's a whiteboard.
My mom bought a water container that purifies the water. A chalkboard. I am dying.
Chalkboard.
Miss Birdie said chalkboard. Did chalkboards exist 100 years ago?
Yeah,
I
even
don't
before
know.
100 years.
Do you have a Chromebook that you can look that up?
Oh, I wonder.
Think about this. Abraham Lincoln.
Food.
Abraham Lincoln used to write on trees, and that's what he called a chalkboard. So it was invented in 1640. Pretty sure.
They would organize food, right?
Yeah. They wouldn't exist without food.
Alright guys, we got a few more minutes. I want you to start wrapping it up, and then I'm going to call on groups and find out what y'all know.
Well, we're working on a lot of things.
Wait, I'm gonna say because they already have solar power.
Why does this? There we go.
You can take
Great
Okay.
Yes, my new background.
Alright, what do we got? You guys done? What exciting things do we have on here?
Was water found on Mars? Yes, of course.
Was water found on Mars?
It was actually.
And you have what technology? Oh, I like it. I like how y'all broke it up like that. You know, I like it.
Wait, Haley,
But I like that you wrote that, and I like that you put the list of technologies. That's really good.
No, we didn't. No, they would not recognize it. VR is like virtual reality. Are you using technology? Oh, I know what to search up. 1801. Wait, you could write okay.
Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and now let's see. We're gonna do something a little different. Alright? So what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you come up here whenever I call on your group. And you're going to come and you're going to teach us. You're going to tell us a little bit about it, okay? Alright, now of course make sure that we are not crowded upon each other. Make sure that we're spread out because we still have to do our spacing.
Water bottle.
Oh, I'm very excited. Alright, so raise your hand if your group wants to present first. You're ready.
We're ready.
You know, it's funny because I see like only like 1 or 2 hands in each group up. Like I don't see a complete group except for this group over here. So come on out, guys.
Not fair. They don't have two. No. I'm gonna go. Okay, while I have.
Alright, guys, make sure we're sitting down.
I found answers.
Alright, so go ahead and tell us. So their question is, what are some additional things that technology has enabled phones to do? Alright, go ahead. Alright, make sure you can. Well, alright, so
I'm ready.
and then you can put on your mask and tell us. Go ahead.
They can send text messages, call people, watch TV, watch movies, play games, play music, watch YouTube, draw.
Ah, okay, so what was phones originally invented for? What was the main thing what was the only thing that phones did before?
Call.
Call. That's what they were invented for from the very beginning, is to call. And now because of technology, it enables them to do so much more. It enables them to, they have like apps, they can play movies, they can play games. All right, good job guys, go ahead and sit down.
Oh.
Fantastic. All right, what about, who's my next group? Which one's ready? I want to see all hands up. What group? All right, come on guys.
Who's gonna explain?
Okay, so this group right here, they each have their own different perspective. And I didn't mind if they wanted to do that because each one of them came up with something different. So that is completely fine. So I do want to hear about what each one of them came up with. You ready? All right, so while Liam's still writing, go ahead. So I know that y'all two work together. Go ahead.
So
they're
the question was,
Yeah, go ahead.
how does technology make the world a
Make sure I said
and YouTube and then give some example of online games. Minecraft, Fortnite, and Roblox.
All righty. All right. So go ahead, Liam.
How does technology make the world a smaller place? What I wrote is that technology sometimes makes people come together. One way is social media, YouTube, Twitter, email, Snapchat, and Facebook. Another is online games such as Minecraft, Fortnite, Roblox, and Apex. Lastly, they let people call and communicate with each other.
Oh, very, very good. Great job, guys. All right, go ahead and sit back down. All right, Christian, I'm going to have y'all come up, your group come up just because you have the exact same questions they did, and then I'm going to touch more on it. Go ahead. Come on, Carson. Come on. No, you don't have to. If you have someone that wants to present and stuff, you're more than welcome to. All right, so go ahead.
You can talk to someone on the other side of the world
talk to someone over in Germany, you had to get on a boat, travel for a few months, say hi, then get back on the boat, travel for a few months to come back. Now, if I want to talk to someone in Germany, all I have to do is take out my phone, message them on Facebook, Instagram, things like that. So it makes the world a smaller place because you can actually talk to people from all over the world. The world is much smaller now because you can communicate with anyone from all over with just the snap of a finger because of technology. All right, so our last question is, what are some technological products in our classroom that a student from 100 years ago would recognize? All right. Again, I don't see all hands up in one single group. All right, go ahead. Yes, that's perfectly fine. Like I said, if you had just one person wants to present, or if we had someone that we're all just want to say a little bit something. Okay. Okay, so go ahead.
I wrote American flag, Michael, paper, alphabet, graphite, water, food, chocolate, AC books, picture.
Fantastic. All right. You want to read anything, Miss Angelina? All right, she's good. You can go, Miss Taylor. You don't have to. I just wanted to see who the group was.
So it's like a couple of stuff.
All right, just read your top 5 favorites.
American flag, boats, wings, laundry, pens, spoons, washing machine, pets,
I don't see that in books.
light bulbs, alphabet, graphics, pencils.
All right. All right, good job.
I think we get it.
Huh? What was your question?
I think she's a bathing suit.
That is true. She did expand further on for the classroom. That's perfectly fine and stuff. Because bathing suits are something that is technology that was, and it's just a different bathing suit. Good job. Go ahead. Yeah, so she did expand beyond the classroom, which is fine. But she also listed some things that were found in the classroom, such as, chalk, blackboards. Chalk is something that's used in classrooms.
That's a lot of stuff.
Erasers. She might be the chalk in the bin, because we did have chalk in the bin. Good job on it. All right, so lastly, Nick, Kiara, Wyatt, why are you playing on the computer? Go ahead.
Let me learn the technology, but I didn't say use it.
That is true. All right. Yes. You don't have to say that.
Like, why are you watching,
She's like on 1%, sir. All right, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So,
Sorry, I did not.
pencil, paper, the alphabet, desk, chair, books, trash can, clock, the American flag, water bottles, and chocolate. Also,
Fantastic.
here's some history. Clocks were made in the 14th century.
All right. Wow, I did not know that. Good job. All right, go ahead and head back. Fantastic. Okay, so as you see from them and what they said, technology is not just about electronics. It's also things that, don't have it's not battery operated. It's technology is things that can help improve our lives and make them better. So there are a lot of technology that we use today that was still used 100 years ago. That, students in the classroom still used 100 years ago. All right, fantastic, guys. Yep, so that is all that we're going to do with science. Go ahead and close your science book and take out your math book.
Yes, thank you very much.
We're going to do
Wait.
Actually, take out your math notebook.
Bro, we did everything, but we're doing everything but reading.